Hey, so in this video, I'm going to share with you how we've done over $10 million in our online coaching business with YouTube and our back-end marketing system through email. And I was actually just about to send out an email, and I figured I'd just share the process of how we do it. I figured out how to get it down to about 10 minutes to send out an email that drives dozens and probably hundreds, depending on the week, of sales calls with one email. And I'm going to share with you how we combine YouTube and that marketing system and how it all works. So without further ado, let me make this smaller. So here's an example of a YouTube video that Brandon, my partner, made. The main strategy is just interviewing our students and their success and just having them share their story. Now, there's other videos on the channel that do really, really well. But like the most efficient way to do it is just to interview a student and how they've applied your process, where they were before, how they apply the process, and where they are now. It is like the most simple and most efficient way to make content. More importantly, that really helps your ideal client avatar, your ideal customer see, wow, if they did it, I can do it. So it's one of the best ways to do it. So we take a student interview, drive the traffic to either book in a call. I'm not going to go through the whole YouTube strategy, but just to cover it at a high level, either book a call or get our free training, right? So the goal is to take people off of YouTube to a sales call or to, into our back-end marketing system so we can keep providing value, keep shifting beliefs, keep nurturing them to then book a sales call. Either grow the list or get on a call, right? So that's what we do. We drive the traffic to that. Now, how do we actually make the videos? I'm going to share with you right now how I do that. So all I do, and this isn't the right way to do it. This is just the most efficient way that I've figured out how to take an interview and turn it into a banger email in less than 10 minutes. That'll get dozens and dozens of sales calls booked. All you do, take the video right here, take the link to the video, and I throw it in this summarizer app, right? So it's called summarizer.tech. You literally just Google YouTube video summarizer and this pops up. This is just the one I use. It's free. And then I take this entire summary, I copy it, and I paste it into ChatGPT. But the key thing is, don't just do that. Don't just throw it in there and say, write me an email. It's all about how you train it, right? Now, this is a basic prompt that I just tried, and it actually worked well. And so that's just what I've been using. You could definitely optimize this further, but this was my first go at it. And I was like, dude, if it gets me 80 to 90% of the way there and I just make a couple tweaks, I'm happy with that. So here's the prompt I gave it. You're a copywriter. You're writing an email to a list of real estate agents who are looking for help growing their business by taking listings through a coaching program you're promoting. And then what I did is I took one of our emails from like a week or two before that did really well, that booked in a bunch of calls. And I used that as like the style and tone. So here's how you should write your emails. And I pasted it in. And then I said, now please summarize the following below, which is this summary, into a very similar style and tone as the one mentioned above. So essentially, write an email that looks like that one, right? And I pasted it in. And here's the output, right? So it gave me a pretty good email. I made a couple tweaks to it. I formatted it so it's a little easier to read, do some styling, which I'll show you here in a second. And that was it. And when it came out, I was like, I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm going to tweak it. But like this framework, this way of creating the email is good with me because I can take 5 minutes to then tweak it and edit it, and it's good. And so I said, this is great. Can you remember this so that in the future I can send you more summaries and you can make more emails? And it updated the memory. So now here's an example of another one that I just did. Boom. And it gave me pretty dang good email, right? And so what I did from there, that's the second part. So first part is make the video, right? Have the interview, or it doesn't even have to be an interview. It can just be a video you made on a certain topic, right? Put in the summarizer, give ChatGPT the prompt and the framework of what you want it to do. And then from there, what I do is I put it in, we use ActiveCampaign, our autoresponder, and I kind of give it some formatting, right? So get the formatting, have some call to actions to the video, to the program. Again, our emails, everything we do is drive to book in a call for our team to, do consultation to see if we can help them grow their business through our coaching program. So if you have a coaching program or some type of agency or consulting and you're booking in calls, that's going to be your call to action throughout. Or if you have a digital product or a course, you're going to be driving them to the sales page to check out, right? And that's it, right? And then I just come in, I make it, a lot of the times ChatGPT, what it'll do, it's all like blocked together and it's not as easy to read. So, you want it to be a slippery slope, like easy to read, 2 lines, a third line at the max when you're writing the email, and then just, bold and highlight. I'm still finishing this up, but bold and highlight throughout so they can just easily kind of go down with their eyes. That's a key thing that I've learned when it comes to writing emails is like just bolding, certain things. So like not like the big points you want them to be able to glance through and see, right? So like all these things are relevant. They don't wait on opportunities, they create them. So you don't want them to see that. Just so it's easier, they can glance down, because that's what we do most of the time is glance through an email. And if it's all plain text, you're not really going to pick up anything from it. And you're going to go to the next email. So I want them to get the main points and drive them through to the call to action to get them to take the action. So that's a summary. If you're not using email in your business right now and you have a coaching program or some kind of course, man, you're missing out. We probably, over half of our revenue comes from our email list, just from booking in calls. From there, kind of just, I can't get into it right now actually, but once they go to this free training, if they go to our website, they go to this free training, there's an entire nurture sequence built out after for like months to get them to book in a call. So not only are they getting nurtured almost every single day from the sequence they get after opting into this training, which provides them a ton of value, which then gets them to book in a call after the training. It's an entire back-end marketing system. So your front end at like your YouTube channel or any TikTok videos or Instagram reels or anything you're making top of funnel is all designed to get people into your world. The only reason you go on the platform is to get people off the platform, right? Like that should be your goal. Keep that top of mind. You're building trust and you're still doing some nurturing on the platform, but the sooner you can get them off with a very valuable call to action, like a free training or a guide or a cheat sheet or some kind of lead magnet to get them into your world, you can build out the entire backend system to nurture it for you. So you build out your email sequences, but then you also send out weekly or daily, 3 to 5 times a week emails with the content you're making. So it's kind of like a nice flywheel action that you've got going on. The work you're using on the front end is able to help the work on the back end, which then gets them to take the action you want, which turns them into a client, right? So that's the goal. Make content, summarize it into an email, get them to book a call, and then from there have, free training, some kind of resource to get them off the platform, build out your nurture sequences, and then just mail to your list every day or a couple times a week, all right? So hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.